pulmonary embolism. Could have diagnosed that, I think, without a scan.
So, where do we go from here?
Mr. Strachan?
Heparin and thrombolytics to break down the clot.
It's risky so soon after a stroke, I think.
So's an embolectomy.
Yeah, there are other options, thank you.
Such as what? Surgery? I don't think so, do you, after a stroke?
This isn't your call.
And neither is it yours.
Division in the ranks. No man's land.
Okay. We'll increase the obs. Then, tests permitting, we'll go with the thrombolytics. Okay. Heparin and TPA, quickly as we can, please.
An aneurysm, surgery. A stroke, an embolism.
Then you lie here and worry yourself into a state.
I'm frightened, Jack. Jack.
I thought I'd come and find you and let you know my decision.
Yes.
It's a no on this occasion.
Can I ask why?
I think that as things are on Keller, it would be less divisive if the consultancy went to an external candidate. If it's any consolation, I've heard that a consultancy has come up in Bath. Might be worth contacting them.
Ruined my chance, did you? Still jealous?
Not of him and you.
No. Not as lovers, probably not. But you envy my closeness with him. That's why all you can do is undermine us.
No, you. I undermine you.
Oh, you really haven't thought this through, have you? I'm going to have to get a job elsewhere, aren't I? And then what? Are you going to look after him?
If needs be, yes.
Really? He's not going to get better fast, Joseph. Are you going to clean up after him?
You don't know anything about me and my father. You have no idea what I feel. You cannot possibly imagine.
Well, you hate my guts. I know that much. Enough to ruin my chances. Didn't know you had it in you.
It runs in the family.
Your father is a decent man.
Well, my father can be all sorts of things. You think we can't communicate, right? Oh, we have a closeness. It's called family. Not that you would know about that. We talk.
About what? About what?
How does an old man keep a young woman in his bed? Offer her incentives. He knew Rick Griffin wouldn't support you. There was no deal. And if there was, he would deliver. This is my father we're talking about.
What's this, the bombs? I have to ask you something. You did speak to Rick Griffin, didn't you?
Yes? Why?
Doesn't matter.
Clearly it does.
Unless you help me, I'm going to have to get a consultancy elsewhere. You do realise that, don't you?
I had a word with Rick Griffin, as I said I would.
And ruined the whole thing for me. He won't support me. I suspect because you've spoken to him. It looks like nepotism. Look, I can understand you wanting me here, especially now. But if you've been promising me help without any intention of delivering...
You want my help?
Yes. Yes, I want your help. Now, I have been here, shared your bed, and waited.
Well, that's the price of a consultancy, is it? Sleeping with me. I'm not stupid, Jack. Or at least not entirely. I realize it's not my youth that attracts you. But you can't wait, can you? Here you are, even now, making demands.
No. No, for heaven's sake,
So, what is this story that I've been telling myself?
All right, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
You can't put conditions on love. Not if it's mutual.
I'm sorry, okay? I got wound up.
Do you think you ever loved me, Jack? Because I'm no longer sure whether you empathize with other people. Can you?
What?
Have you any idea what I gave up for you?
Of course.
After Anne-Marie, I never, ever looked at another woman.
I know.
I walked away from my wife and my family for you.
Did I ask you to do that?
What was I? Meal ticket. A father figure. Poor old Jack. Never had a father, did you? No coincidence. Took up with me.
I want to try and be what you want me to be.
Joseph has to get over his obsession with you. So do I. Okay, you want another job. Fine. Good. Find one and go for it.
There's an opportunity in Bath. It's close by. We could still see one another.
And of course you want a reference. Okay, I'll give you a reference. Not for Bath. No. I want you as far away as possible. No. Tired. So, please.
Dad? Nurse?
We're into surgery, Charles. All right, I'm afraid there's no other option.
Odds are 75% in my favour. We'll be fine.
I'll make the necessary arrangements.
I have such regrets for what I've done to you and your mother.
What matters is that you get strong and that you get some perspective.
Well, what matters is that you hear what I say now. I made a huge mistake, Joseph. You were right. I was wrong. What can I do? So sorry. Say something, please.
You want me to say that it's all okay?
Maybe in time.
Mum?
Must have been Mr. Clifford's work yesterday put paid to that.
So our turn's not to be the ones to lose him.
Oh, thanks for that. Really, no pressure. You joining us, Mr. Byrne?
To observe, if that's...
Good. To observe, that's fine. Keep us on our toes. All right. There it is, you see? From the arteries tent. Yeah, that's where the thrombus is. 3 of her please.
Can you get to it?
Yeah, I can. I need the persons.
BP's dropping 60 over 40.
Okay, thank you. Here we go.
Have you got it?
That's a large embolus.
Okay.
Blood pressure's coming up. 110 over 70.
Great. Happy? All right. I'll check with ultrasound.
Meanwhile, let's keep on the anticoagulation treatment. You can close up, Mrs. Stratton. Everything went well. I've removed the embolism, and we will just have to wait until he's conscious to know if there's any lasting damage.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm here for my son. Because he asked me to be. No other reason. I'm not competition, Jack. And I certainly have no intention of making a scene.
I didn't think you would.
But all this is your doing. Charles was stupid and short-sighted, and you reeled him in. And we both know why. I hope you get what you want. I really do. But I don't know how you can live with yourself.
What was that?
Whatever it was, it's gone.
So, what's going to happen with you two?
We talk. Whatever you think of him right now, he's been the best father he could be.
Why are you defending him?
Because you know damn well why. I do have feelings, Joseph, believe it or not. We had a lot of good years together. And what's happened doesn't invalidate that.
Well, she had another agenda. It's not straightforward.
I don't suppose for a moment it was. You don't need to protect me, darling.
No.
And whatever you have to say to him, say it now. Make it right. Don't have regrets.
I'm thinking about a coffee. Do you want one? You were off so soon.
Just so you know, I've been headhunted for a consultant's job in Bath.
And Dad's going to support you, right?
It's not what you know, Joe.
Hey!
Charles? Paige, my son.
Oh, excuse me. Okay, crash trolley, please.
You've made me lose my father.
Me, you think?
You tore us apart.
Well, let's be honest. There wasn't much keeping you together.
There's a price, you know that? Whatever you do, you're not going to be able to move for me. I love my father.
Oh, good boy. Have you told him that? Why can't you just leave me alone?
Finish, Jay. You won't get near him again. A lot of people suffer because of you. Elliot, Maddie, you're destructive. You're self-obsessed.
I'm self-obsessed. Your father isn't there, Joseph. Seriously ill. And you spent the whole day pursuing a vendetta against me.
Clear. No, right, more adrenaline, come on. Okay, let's do another round. Charge to 360, please. Okay. Clear. Okay, and again.
Dad?
Waiting.
You know.
Okay, get the diva right under the ribcage then. So, Ms. Naylor, have you checked out the patient's status?
Sorry?
Is he your next potential conquest?
Hilarious.
Oh, he's just about the right age for you, isn't he? Yeah, he's worth one or two, by all accounts.
Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, we're free.
It's a bit of a come down from the landed gentry.
Zip it, mini-me.
So what time's the funeral?
I wouldn't know.
Number one, Vital Ties, please. You persona non grata.
I'm glad you find the death of an eminent surgeon the source of such endless amusement.
Really is an ice queen, isn't she, Rosie?
Positively arctic.
Long scissors, please.
My father was, in my opinion, My father was...
Can I get your advice on the patient?
Not actually on duty. I'm just doing some paperwork before I leave for my father's funeral.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be.
So, have you got far to travel?
Not really, no.
Oh, so it's not Westminster Abbey or somewhere?
No. It's just a simple service at our local church.
Will Lady Byrne be there?
Why shouldn't she?
But I just thought, nothing.
Good.
Well, have a nice... I mean, I hope it all goes well.
Thank you.
I thought he was supposed to be at his dad's funeral.
Yeah, he is. Did you hear what Donna said it'll have on his gravestone?
Huh?
Here lies Lord Byrne, humped to death by the screaming skull.
Excuse me.
How's your mother?
Bearing up?
Well, at least she's got the support of her friends and family to get her through today.
That's right, she has. My father's untimely death robs us all of a great man. But from a personal point of view, it robs me of the chance to get to know the person behind the public face. It's not just the renowned surgeon or the stern father, but someone who, in time, could have been a friend. Though obviously not an equal. This is funny. He's barely been gone a week, and I miss him already.
Am I the only...
My father would often play Scrabble with us. He was forever putting down non-existent words, invariably featuring a Q, an X, or a Z, and claiming that they were some obscure surgical term. He really was the most appalling cheat. However, his professional life was quite a different matter. Yes, he was... Oh, no, please do. Why have you come here?
To pay my respects.
You respect nothing.
That's not true.
Isn't it enough that you put the man in an early grave?
I put the life back into him.
Just go.
Goodbye.
I'm sorry.
For what?
Inflicting that woman on our family.
None of it is your fault.
No, she wouldn't have been here today if I hadn't
We
informed
are
her.
here to mourn your father.
I mean, what did she hope to achieve?
Joseph. Forget her.
Oh, excuse me.
Where is she?
Who?
Jack.
Excuse me. Joseph. Joseph.
Where is she?
Joseph, please. Please, Joseph.
No!
Joseph, you have to calm down. Please. Please. I didn't think you'd be back in today.
Neither did I.
Shouldn't you be with your family?
Yes.
Okay, can I get you a cup of tea or...
Have you seen Miss Naylor?
No, why?
It doesn't matter.
I believe you've been looking for me.
You spiteful whore.
Hi. Hello. Want to take this somewhere private?
Gladly.
Do I?
What did my mother ever do to you?
Absolutely nothing.
Right, so why put her through that ordeal?
I wanted to say goodbye.
And why not wait? Visit the grave?
It wouldn't have been the same.
That's ruining the funeral, no, I imagine not.
I was entitled to be there.
Is that what this is about? Entitlement?
Your father loved me.
You think showing up at the funeral to play the grieving mistress somehow legitimizes your sordid little affair?
He's been laid to rest, Joseph. Isn't it about time you did the same with your jealousy?
Hanging on by your fingernails, aren't you?
I don't know what you
The
mean.
master plan hasn't quite panned out.
I haven't got...
You screw me to get my dad, you screw him to clamber up the greasy pole, but then he drops dead, so... Now you're seeing if there's anything left to screw out of my family.
Shouldn't you be at the wake?
You've had your fun. Now I want you to leave us alone.
Me leave you alone? You burn boys can't keep away. In ermine and velvet.
Then again, the life you've had must have sucked every last ounce of compassion from you.
The life I have had.
Beating those bony fists against the frozen windows of your latest foster home.
Well, I think he's found my Achilles heel.
Is that why you like older men?
Not with you.
Did one of your surrogate dads get a bit too close for comfort?
Not that old cliche.
Who knows what it must be like being passed from pillar to post, no real family to speak of. Never in the same place long enough to make friends.
Yeah. Woe is me.
No one's ever wanted you, have they, Jack? And no one ever will.
Your dad did.
We both know exactly what he wanted from you.
And what about you? You wanted me.
Right up until I looked into that cold, dead heart.
And yet, as he lay there dying, thinking about me and what he'd be missing, rather than his dried up old stiff of a wife or his spineless son, where were you? Holding his hand? Offering a last few words of comfort? Or locking horns with yours truly, trying to put a dent in my cold, dead heart? And that's what really gets you, isn't it? You've got to carry that round for the rest of your days. If it was your father, we both know he'd shrug it off and move on. But not you. Not the nail-scrubbing little worrywart. You'll never shake the feeling that even on his deathbed, you were one big letdown.
Anyway. Top DJs. Ronnie Harrell, DJ Monroe. I mean, Fatboy Slim is practically his best mate.
Really?
Well, no, they had a drink together once.
Oh, God, it's not fair. The whole hospital's at it apart from me. Even Skeletor got Lord Burn.
Yeah, but he's dead, it doesn't count. Plus, he was old enough to be a granddad.
Okay, it's probably sagging. Oh, I'm really drinking. Is it finished? Yeah. Good.
Oh, you couldn't.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. They told me I'd have an office.
And you don't.
No, just a pile of paperwork and nowhere to put it.
Yeah, management can be a little
Useless? Well, I'm starting to get that impression.
I realised that the stent had the go-ahead.
Well, it hasn't, not yet, but I'm expecting to hear from the ethics committee any day now.
She just needs a desk. That's all. It doesn't matter where it is. Thanks, Darren. It's Louise Clifford. She's doing a stent trial. It's very prestigious. Stent. Stent, you moron! This hospital's run by buffoons. One desk, that's all I ask.
So long as I have a coordinator. I told you I needed a registrar to help me on that. You forgot, didn't you?
I didn't forget. I'm just...
I'm
I'm doing it now.
Sorry? I was called down for a consult.
Not by me.
Good.
Apology accepted, by the way.
I didn't apologise.
You hit me twice, and you don't think you should say sorry.
Nurse!
Stay out of my way.
With pleasure.
Either a tractor...
You're not still listening to this rubbish, are you?
Absolutely.
I thought Dr. Clifford might be interested in watching you work.
Of course you did. So, Miss Naylor, tell me everything you know about stents.
I'm not sure I understand.
So you're not interested in the post on Louise's trial?
I hadn't thought about it.
Of course you hadn't. Too have I, quickly.
I'm interviewing a few candidates this afternoon. Shall I put your name down?
Would you mind?
Doesn't matter to me, one way or the other.
In that case, I'd love to be considered.
There, wasn't so hard, was it?
Can I have a Robinson drain and Tiro silk ready, please? What?
Sorry, just strikes me as funny, that's all.
What does?
We have a problem. The stomach has dropped into the chest cavity.
There's bleeding from the hiatus. Can we get someone from CT down here, please?
Page Mr. Byrne, would you? You don't mind, do you? Self-retaining retractor?
I'm sorry. Can we turn the music down just a touch?
Are you not a fan of the Clash?
Not really, no.
Okay. That's nice, though. Honesty, I like that.
A 2-0 Vicor, please. Excuse me.
Louise, have you met Joseph Byrne?
No.
One of CT's brightest stars. Louise Clifford, she's waiting on the go-ahead for a vascular stent trial.
Fascinating.
No, not really. She is looking for a coordinator, though. What do you think? Would you be interested in that?
Absolutely.
Ms. Naylor, would you mind closing?
Of course.
Are you sure?
Oh, you've done all the tricky stuff, honey. We can trust her. Shall we? Would you? See?
So what about girls?
Well, one does what one can.
He certainly has a way with the ladies. I know my man's on.
So I will try and get back to you by the end of the afternoon.
All right, well, I have a few more thoughts, but I'll put them on paper for you.
Well, I look forward to reading them. Thank you. You said that.
You absolutely did. I have a remarkable memory for such things.
We were exceptionally drunk.
You were drunk. I was sober.
Oh, you fibber.
Yeah, what's that? Duty coincidence?
Just a consult.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Very, very kind.
As I say, just a few ideas. Feel free to discard them.
Thank you.
It's very good, don't you think?
Yeah.
Can I have a word?
No, I haven't got time, I'm afraid. Excuse me?
That job is as good as mine.
I don't think so.
Back out, or I could make life very difficult for you.
Listen to yourself.
Don't mess with me.
But it's such fun. Will that be all?
Now we're even. It won't happen again.
Well, at least we're agreed on something.
It was a personal matter.
It always is with you, Miss Naylor.
In future...
Oh, so you're assuming you have a future? You silly girl.
In future, I'll keep my personal life outside the hospital.
You know, I've never known anyone who aired their dirty laundry in public more than you.
The last few weeks have been rather trying for me.
Oh, they've been very interesting for the rest of us.
I'd like to think it hasn't affected my work.
Tell me something. Did you really go to Lord Byrne's funeral?
I'm not sure that's relevant.
You're an absolute bitch, aren't you? I mean, in a good way, in a film noir sort of way.
You're discriminating against me because of Lord Byrne.
I am discriminating against you because you physically abused a member of staff.
I'd still like to be considered for the post on the trial.
Hey, it's not gonna happen.
I am the best you have here.
You can go. She annoys me.
She's right. She's an excellent surgeon.
She's sleeping her way to the top.
If she were a man, you would pat her on the back and take her to the pub for a drink.
I don't want someone like that on the stent trial.
Well, it's just as well it's not your decision then. Come in.
I'd like to explain. You don't have to. No, I feel I should.
Look, it's none of my business. It's none of Clifford's business. He shouldn't have spoken to...
didn't want Clifford to know.
Who did that to you? Jack?
I haven't spoken to anyone about this.
Sit down. It's okay. Come on, take your time. Come in.
You wanted to see me?
I just wanted to say... No, don't sit down. I've given the role to someone else.
Right. So I say I'm a little disappointed. May I ask why?
She was the best candidate.
Oh. Well, thank you for letting me know.
I'm not sure I've quite got the measure of you, Miss Naylor.
Welcome to Team Clifford.
Call me an egotist.
Ah, I bought the champagne. I'll say what I like.
Yeah, welcome to the team, Miss Naylor.